difference in the mindset for you just going into that second year on campus?
Year two, I definitely say the mindset is like have a way bigger year. I feel way more healthy. Feel like myself more confident in the system. So I'm really excited to see what I do this year for sure.
What's it like making that position switch a little bit?
It's not really a big difference. Really, just going to the field. Coach Dunham did a really good job last year. But getting to finally work with Coach Tibbs, like him especially recruiting me, is really good. And then me and E-Rob have been getting a lot of work in, so like being with him every day and seeing like what he does, and he gives me tips and I give him tips, really is going to help my game for sure.
What is that like, playing behind a guy like Elijah, but knowing that he played too many snaps last year? Yeah. They want you to kind of come in and not have that drop off.
It definitely feels good playing around him, to definitely see like what my standard is to be, especially seeing what he did last year, having 10 sacks. So I want to like hit that goal or get even more, and like definitely like to help take the load off of him so I could be a better player and he could be a better player for sure.
You guys had some quality talent and depth on the defensive line last year, but it seems like it's ramped up a notch.
Oh yeah.
What do you see from your group?
I see us. We're really big. We're bigger, faster, really athletic. And I think like we have a better like eye for the football this year. Every day in practice, like somebody in the D-line's there or running to the football, which we really like. Coach Tibbs likes a lot. So.
What are some of the focuses for you guys heading into this weekend?
Focuses is to is destroy the offense basically, like the offensive line. We're really going to focus on striking, shutting off blocks, and definitely getting after the quarterback, but stopping the run first, for sure.
You have a lot of players on this defense that were coming into their first year with the program last year. You do have some new faces this year, but a lot of veterans on this team. Is there a difference in how you guys are confidence-wise this year compared to last?
I definitely say our confidence is higher, especially since what we did last year, but we definitely want to show everybody what we're capable of doing this year. So we're just coming in that mindset every day that we belong in the ACC. So, yeah.
Being from the Dallas area, what does it mean to be going into the ACC now?
Oh, it feels good. Being able to like just play like Florida States and Boston colleges again at home, and like for my family to come see those games, and they're right around the corner. That's really good.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it.
Thank you.
When did you find out and how that you were a captain?
At that meeting, the captain's meeting, I was actually surprised because, I came in here last year and I didn't think people were looking up to me because I was just leading by example, I guess. But I was really surprised. I was at a loss for words, but I found out in that meeting and I was happy the rest of the day, no count.
What does it mean? Coach talks about you, Elijah, some guys that last year was their first year. You just went out and showed what you could do, and now we're taking on more of that leadership. Just how important maybe was it to prove yourself a little bit to these guys before, getting that C on your chest?
It means a lot to me because not only does that show that they trust in me, but they trust in my ability to play as well. So the fact that they noticed the hard work I've been putting in all off-season and including last season just really makes me feel like a brother to all these boys on the team. So it allows me to go harder for them during the game and during practice because it really does show that they care and they trust me to be their captain.
How does it feel that you're going to be playing football on Saturday?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys saw that TikTok like with us dancing, but like I'm ecstatic for that, man. So that's just kind of our mood throughout the whole practice and then this whole week. Like we're all just kind of jittery because like it's the first play of the game goes like you just got to get those jitters out, but we're all pretty excited. So.
What are some of the points of emphasis for you guys going into this weekend? What do you want to get out of this game?
So we want to just stop the run, basically. Like, we know last year how some teams try to attack us there, especially like Boston College. But going into this game, we want to just kind of focus more on ourselves and just show these people that we're not playing Nevada, but we're playing ourselves. And we want to make sure we get ourselves right from this game and then so on down forward.
I know Coach Simons has brought it up quite a few times, but how much does that BC game kind of stick with you guys a little bit?
He kind of tells us to like leave the past in the past, but that was the last game of the season last year, so that kind of hurts a lot. And then leaving that with the L, and then especially those seniors last year who got to leave with the L, like we don't take that for granted because that game is something that Nevada's looking at and other teams are looking at, and they think like that's our weakness. So we're going to make sure we establish that in practice and so on and so forth, and make sure we take that to every single game plan.
How's your relationship with the rest of the linebackers improved since you got here, and just how bunch of a difference is there between last August when you were just arriving to now?
Yeah. Oh man, those are my brothers now. Like when I first got here, we was barely hanging out, but like now, like we're going to the pool together. We're going out to get some smoothies together. Like we do everything together now. Like those are like really like basically my roommates because we go over each other's house every single time. So that relationship between us has really improved tremendously, and I'm thankful for it because when I first got here, I was alone. I might have been a little depressed or whatever, but those guys helped me jump right on my path and helped me go through.
What's the biggest thing as you kind of made that transition from fall camp and really worrying about yourselves into some game prep?
So, I mean, it's more of the same principles, really, but just kind of focusing on one thing, which is Nevada, is just the biggest difference, and just focusing on technique and basically trying to be ahead of their plays and following that. It's not really much of a difference, I say, but throughout the whole season, we got to shift our focus from the more physical to the more mental aspect of the game.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kobe.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.